This here is Ginza, the most luxurious shopping district in all of Tokyo. Look, you got a Bulgari store, same thing, the entire building. You got a Louis Vuitton store, same thing, the entire building. You got a Chanel store over in this direction, same thing, the entire building. And then here, the Cartier store, the same thing. Wow, the police officer just pulled over this truck on a bicycle. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another beautiful day here in Tokyo. Now today, I'm actually going to be walking around the Ginza area of the city, which is known for its high-end luxury shops that can be found literally every few feet. Every few feet, there are some of the biggest brands in the world located here in this region of Tokyo. And I want to share the experience with you guys because a lot of people say that this region of the city is comparable to the shopping district in Milan, 5th Avenue or 5th Street in New York City, and of course Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills. And you know what? I have found this area completely interesting, to just be honest with you guys. I'm not a big designer brand shopper. I'm not a big shopper in general. When I do, I go to Ross, Marshalls. If I'm feeling a little fancy, maybe I'll dive into some H&M or some Zara, but that's about as far as my shopping goes. However, this area, even if you're not big on shopping, is very much a great place to still walk around, and a place I feel like you must see when in the city. So join me for a nice little walking tour here in the Ginza neighborhood of Tokyo, Japan. Now today, it's actually a Saturday, and I was reading online that the main streets here in Ginza was actually closed on Saturdays and Sundays to only pedestrians. No cars could drive on the main street. However, that doesn't seem to be the case. I'm not sure if that's only during a select hour of the day, but yeah, there's full-on traffic. Here you're gonna see a lot of sport cars, a lot of Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Rolls Royces, a lot of very interesting supercars. So join me as we explore the Ginza neighborhood of Tokyo. And I promise, this video, even if you guys aren't big on shopping, is not gonna be boring. You guys are gonna love this. Now, right now we're actually starting at the Nissan Crossing, and you'll see why they call it the Nissan Crossing here in a second. Oh look, we got a little Ferrari right here. Oh man, that's a beautiful car. So yeah, we'll probably be seeing plenty of those. Oh, he's taking off. Man, those cars are absolutely beautiful. However, if I had to choose, just based off my preference, if I had to choose between the Lamborghini or the Ferrari, I would go Lambo. I think that's more for like the, you know, the younger generation. However, let's be real, I can't afford either, so I'll take whichever one. But yeah, this here is the Nissan Crossing, and it's actually called that because, well, there's a Nissan dealership and showroom right across the street. And it's quite interesting because from what I read online, they always have a exotic Nissan car on display, and right now they actually have a I believe it's a 1980s 1990s Nissan GTR that's in pristine condition. So we're gonna cross on over. I'm gonna show you guys that, and then we'll start on with our little tour. But one of the things that makes this area super different than the rest is that, you know, you actually don't see a lot of like anime gaming advertisements. Here you see a lot of the bigger names. You'll see Prada advertisements, Gucci advertisements, Louis Vuitton advertisements, and of course a lot of luxury watches being advertised on the walls. But yes, it's very much a busy district. You're gonna find a lot of tourists here as well that are, you know, either here to shop or just to simply walk around. Now, just to give you guys a little insights, right now it's actually 11 in the morning, Saturday. So this is what you can expect to see. A lot of movement. But yeah, this here is the Nissan corner, and this is the GTR I'm telling you guys about. I mean, look at how sick that is, guys. What a beautiful car. And inside, I only know this because I have already came in here, they have a GTR. Oh wow, and musicians. Hello. listen to classical music all day long. But that was cool. That actually wasn't there about an hour ago when I first stepped in there. Now I actually came to this area to eat some breakfast. I had found a spot online that had, like, you know, traditional like American breakfast, like a lot of eggs, hash browns, bacon, things like that, because here in Tokyo, or what I've been noticing in Japan in general, the culture, they're not really too big on breakfast. And when they do eat breakfast, a lot of the places serve like a fried chicken cutlet with like a miso soup and rice, as well as like a Caesar salad. However, that's not a breakfast that, you know, does it for me. So I came out here looking for a nice breakfast that reminds me of home, and it was terrible. It was awful. So I'm sticking to the miso soup, and I recommend you guys do that as well. But yeah, look, a lot of tourists, a lot of people out here with their suitcases. I'm not sure if there's a lot of hotels in this area or whatnot. But yeah, definitely something worth looking into. Oh wow, look at these. Those peaches look awesome. Wow, this is a peach shop. It's a shop dedicated to peaches. Interesting. And then yeah, look, they got a wide selection of mochis, all kinds of different mochis over here. Wow, these look incredible. You know what, we might have to swing on by here and get some once we're done with our little walking tour. I've actually only had 2 pieces of mochi this trip, and I feel like that's a sin. This little alleyway looks quite interesting as well too. Oh, it's called Suzuran Street. Suzuran Street. Now, my first night in Tokyo, I actually came over here because, well, it was quite cold. It was quite cold when I first showed up, and I actually went to the H&M, bought some pants, but it was nighttime, and this area looks completely different at night. But I feel like that's the case for most of the districts in Tokyo. At night, the city really comes to life, and all of these buildings have like LEDs on the facades, and they light up so beautiful. But yeah, there you got the Seiko corner, another Seiko building, a Gucci building. And here, I'm noticing that this is very common. You won't find a department store that's only 1 floor. They're all like a full building. So this whole building is a Gucci store. Same with the Vacheron Constantine. I believe they make watches. The Gap store, look, you got Richard Milles advertisements up there. And then over in this direction, we actually just walked by the Versace store. And the Versace store, same thing. It's probably at least 6 floors of nothing but Versace. Right here we got a Bottega Veneta. Obviously, guys, I don't know how to pronounce a lot of these brand names. I mean, if you guys can't tell, I'm not big on fashion, even though people have been telling me, like, Chris, you need to take your fashion a lot more seriously. I think I should just stick to what I like, and you know, I like very simple shirts with no markings, no brand names. Giorgio Armani. But yeah, as well as all of the high-end luxury shops here in the area, you can also find pretty normal, accessible brands as well. You're gonna find the Gap store here, H&M. I saw a Hollister store. I saw a Uniqlo, which sells pretty affordable clothes as well. There's something for everybody here. And as I mentioned, even if you're not big on the shopping, you can come on out here and find some pretty damn cool cafes, restaurants. Here we got a Coach store. Wow, that's a big Coach store. And yeah, like, there's a better look at the Richard Mille advertisements. Paul Smith store in the front. One thing I have noticed though, even though I'm not big on fashion, is that the Japanese people, man, they dress very well. Very well, even if, you know, they're just going to the grocery store or walking into a pharmacy. Everybody is dressed very well, and the style is completely different here. I'm noticing that people, especially the guys are all skinny. Man, everybody's skinny here in Japan, at least from what I noticed. Those are things that you notice when you're a big boy, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, everybody is skinny around here, and I've noticed that even the men that are super thin wear like baggy pants, baggy shirts, and it just looks cool. I mean, they got a really cool style to them. But yeah, this here is the Coach store. And what makes walking around this area super cool is that there are quite a bit of displays right out front of every store. And you know, even someone like myself that's not big on shopping can admire the setups, the layouts of all of these displays. It's very cool. All right, you know what, we're gonna do like a big lap around this area. That way I can show you guys as much of the different side streets as I possibly can. Look, here we got the Hermes store. Now this one here, I was actually reading online, is one of the largest in the world. It's actually 8 floors, the largest designer store in this neighborhood. So yeah, look at that, guys. Those 8 floors of luxury shopping. I was actually reading online that they make the famous Birkin bag, and that most of them are made to order, and they can range anywhere between $35,000 to $250,000 per bag. Quite crazy, huh? You know, I just actually bought a brand new wallet a few weeks ago, and it cost me $40, and I was like, I was trying to talk myself out of spending $40 on a wallet. Yeah, I know, but I'm not a cheap ass, guys, I promise you. I just don't really care about you know, wallets, clothing like that. But I'm the type of person that will easily go drop $100 on some Wagyu beef, because that's what I did last night. And I've actually done that twice now, and I'm probably gonna be doing that again tonight. So I got no problem spending my money eating it, just like so many people have no problem spending their money on stuff to wear. So to each his own. Wow, is that coming out of the police bike? Yes. Wow, the police officer just pulled over this truck on a bicycle. Interesting. Yo, you guys seen that? The car just stopped. In the US, if you try to pull over a car on a bicycle, he's gonna take off running. Ain't nobody stopping for a policeman on a bicycle. But here, yeah, he totally just pulled over. Wow, and then the guy just gets out of the car and walks up to the policeman. Dude, that would never happen in the US. You'd run into some extremely bad problems if you jump out of your car and walk up to the police car. Crazy. I hope the GoPro captured that. Like, dude literally just jumped out and walks up to the cop. What an interesting world we live in. This is why I love traveling, and I love making these little raw videos for you guys, because you know, you're able to see all of the, you know, the different contrast of every country, of every city. And as I mentioned, even if you're not into shopping, look, it's not every day you see a cop on a bicycle pull over a car and then the person that was driving the car jump right out and run up to the cop. But yeah, look, we got a Balenciaga store over here. I can already see this beautiful Lamborghini right behind this motorcycle. That looks pretty damn nice. You know, I could see myself rolling around in one of those. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. I'd love to rent one of those and just smash through like the Dolomites in Italy one day. That'd be nice. But yeah, look at the crosswalks as well. The crosswalks are what make Tokyo extremely different than many other places in the world too. There's not a lot of places that I've been to where you can actually cross the streets diagonally like this. I mean, yeah, look. Tourists love coming here, taking pictures of all of the buildings, because you know, they are, well, the buildings are for all of the high-end luxury stores. However, the architecture and designs that you find, that the buildings, how can I say it, the architectural design of the buildings make it incredibly special as well. I mean, they're all pretty unique. Look at this one, so many different weird shapes, weird cuts of glass. It's super unique. Let's try, and I'm waiting right here because I'm a huge fan of Lamborghinis and I want to see that thing ride by. Oh no, we're getting covered. Oh no, we missed out on it. But man, that is beautiful. Such a beautiful car. That was nice. All right, now we'll cross around and we're gonna veer off into some of these smaller streets. That way I can show you guys what lies in between those. Across the way, I noticed already that there's a loteria. That's like the, I don't know, the equivalent to like a McDonald's in Asia. It's absolutely terrible. I know some of you guys love that food, but oh man, it's awful. At least my experience. Oh look, another Ferrari in that corner. But you know what? I've noticed supercars like these Ferraris and these Lamborghinis, not only in this Ginza neighborhood, man. There's a lot of money in Tokyo in general, because I saw them over in Shibuya. I saw a lot of Lamborghinis in the Akihabara neighborhood yesterday as I was walking around. So yeah, it's not just one area. It's absolutely everywhere. I can't believe that this cop literally pulled this man over on a bicycle. That's like, I think that's the most interesting thing I've seen so far. That's gonna be a story I share with people that I meet for many years. Yeah, it's a police bicycle. Crazy. It's even more interesting that the man jumped out of the car and walks up straight up to the cop. I have a feeling like if you try that back at home, you're gonna get a hole put through you. Sad to say, but I feel like that's the case in a lot of places in the world. Like when a cop pulls you over, you wait for the policeman to walk up to your window. All right, let's veer off into this street. It looks extremely beautiful. What's the name of this street? And the street signs are also incredibly beautiful as well. I mean, look at this. Namiki Dori Streets. I've also found these to be quite interesting as well. The parking meters. They're super nice. I don't know exactly how they work. Does that open? No, that must be where they take the money out of. But yeah, super interesting setup. Oh wow, look. They have a QR code for a multilingual website. So if you can't understand the Japanese here, you can scan the code. Cool, huh? I find joy in the dumbest stuff sometimes, guys. Look at this sign as well, for the children crossing. But yeah, a lot more stores tucked in this way. Tory Burch right here. Murer Seiko store. I think this is actually the street that I walked down the other day when I came to H&M, if I'm not mistaken. You know, I've seen a lot of these everywhere as well too, and I find these to be quite interesting as well. These fire hydrant signs. I mean, it's basically a huge rod, and then there's a sign that says like 3 meters up there, but it just says fire hydrant. But where the hell is the fire hydrant? That's what I've been trying to figure out. Now, I've seen stuff like this. I don't know if you guys have been to like regions of the world where it snows a lot, or maybe you do live in regions where it snows a lot, but I remember being in like Rochester, New York. I also saw them in Alaska, where, you know, where there were fire hydrants and post office boxes on the streets. There would be a big pole just like this one, stating that, you know, there was a fire hydrant below. And I'm guessing that is for when, you know, it snows in, that those emergency responders know exactly where they can find the hydrant. I just don't know if that's the case here, because yeah, I don't see like a hydrant. I don't know, but everything's crazy in Japan. Maybe they have it beneath the ground and there's a special key that they gotta turn to let the hydrant out. Renee. Actually, this looks like a fire hydrant right here, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, it's on the wall, but there's no fire hydrant sign here. Or maybe that was the... No, I'm confused. I don't get it. I'm not even gonna try and understand that. Not even trying. What is this store? Canada Goose. Oh man, those jackets are beautiful. Great quality jackets, Canada Goose. MCM. Now MCM is actually a brand that's from Japan, but famous all around the world. I wonder if these are actually for sale or just for the display. But yeah, the outfits look quite cool. Man, this shirt is actually very impressive as well. It looks nice. Like postcard stamps with little dogs on them. You can imagine that's like an $800 shirt though. And you know, it's not even, well, okay, it very much has to do with the price, but I was about to say it's not even so much the price, but it definitely is. However, I just don't take care of my shit, guys. Like, I don't take, be honest with you guys, I don't take care of my shirts. I don't take care of my clothing that often. Yesterday I was eating ramen, and at the ramen spots here in Japan, they actually put aprons on display on the tables that you can actually put on, but I didn't use it. And guess what? I got all kinds of splashes on my shirt from the soup, from the broth I should say, and it doesn't come out. And it was a brand new shirt. It was only like a $15 one from H&M, but if I can't take care of a $15 shirt, there's no way in hell your boy can take care of an $800 shirt. I'd probably sit there and cry if I had a little $800 shirt on and splashed on it. But yeah, here in this area, you're gonna find a lot more of the little affordable stores like this one, Uniqlo. Uniqlo is actually found everywhere, and man, it is awesome. You can find so many great affordable clothing options inside of there, and some stuff that looks, you know, really nice. To be honest, I don't know how these brands like H&M and Uniqlo make a profit, because the stuff that they sell is like so cheap, guys. Look, you got some dresses up there, nice plain shirts. That's actually more of my style. Sweatsuits. And what I found interesting about this spot the other day is that this Uniqlo location actually has a flower shop as well. So you can walk around, purchase flowers and a brand new outfit at the same time. Wow, these are very nice. Man, I wish we had one of these close to my house, because I'd love to come here, pick up some flowers, you know, take them back home to my mom. Wow, these are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And this store looks quite impressive. I mean, it is massive. All kinds of Mickey Mouse merch, Dragon Ball Z. Let me know if you find that interesting, the fact that there's a flower shop outside of the Uniqlo. Oh wow, this building looks interesting. Man, it looks like a block of cheese, doesn't it? Or is that just me? Mikimoto. Never heard of that before, but it looks like a block of cheese. Nonetheless, super cool. Interesting architecture. Banana Republic, and then over in this direction on the corner, there's obviously, or not obviously, I know for a fact that there's an H&M, because I walked into it a few days ago, but the H&M was a little bit too organized for me. I like it when you gotta like look through the racks and, you know, try and find a shirt or a pair of pants. But here everything was laid out like almost like a designer store. Few items of each clothing type, as well as a cafe down at the bottom floor. Sneaker store. You know, they got a lot of really cool shoes here. That's one thing I do spend money on, is shoes. I love shoes, but man, they have so many different models of like Nikes, Adidas, that you don't find in many other places in the world. I wonder if they make them specifically for the Japan audience. But yeah, this here is the H&M that I walked into, and look, they got an H&M coffee shop on the bottom floor. I've never seen this before, but I guess these are things that you only see in Tokyo. Now, later on today, the plan for today is actually to go and visit the Starbucks Reserve. You guys are probably like, why are you gonna go to Starbucks? Well, one of the largest Starbucks reserves, or Starbucks roastery in the world, is actually located here in Tokyo. I believe they only have a few more that are bigger, and it's in Milan, New York, Chicago. I believe those are locations, but the one here makes like spaghetti, pizza. They have a brick oven pizza bar. They sell alcoholic drinks. So I'm gonna go and film that for you guys as well, because it's super interesting. I mean, let's be honest, even if you guys hate, even for all of you people that are haters and hate on Starbucks, it's a very successful business and people love it all around the world. So I'm gonna share that experience with you guys. Wow, this car is awesome. Alpine. I've actually never seen one of those before. Looks sick though. And yeah, it's a beautiful day out today. We did have a couple days where it was wet, pretty rainy out, but the last 3 days or so, it's been quite nice out here. Super enjoyable to walk around. We've been able to make a lot out of our few days here in Tokyo. Now, the whole trip here in Tokyo was only 10 days, or it's going to be 10 days by the time we leave here. But we've made the most out of it. However, I do regret not just staying here for the whole month. I don't know how people do like full Japan trips in 2 weeks. I mean, you can barely scratch the surface of each spot when you do things like that, but I guess, well, for the average person, you only get so much time off a year. So, you know, you can't just spend your whole 2-week vacation in one spot. Completely understandable. It's just that I feel like Tokyo alone needs 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm a bit sad. However, I'll be back. This is a country I will most definitely be back to. And of course, I want to do a proper Japan trip as well. And I think I'll be ready for that next time, now that I have done a 2-week stay in Tokyo. Oh, this is a perfume shop. Now, I've noticed one thing that really stands out about this city is that there's not a lot of real estate here in Japan. I mean, everything is kind of like built small and built up because there's not a lot. I mean, Japan's a tiny island, it's not huge, so there's not a lot of real estate. They make a lot of, well, they make the best use out of every square inch that they possibly can here. However, man, there are so many green spaces, like so many parks. Oh, these are cool. I think you got a cat and then this dog. Oh, it's a German pet house. It's cool. But yeah, there's a lot of green space, so a lot of places to relax. I actually haven't had a day of relaxation here in Tokyo because I've been running around like a chicken with his head cut off. But I'd love to come back and who knows, maybe use Tokyo as like a place to relax once I get done filming a big series in another Asian country. Like I can see this place being like kind of like Bangkok, like a place I can come to, spend a couple weeks just editing, going to nice coffee shops and relaxing. Oh man, I've never seen a Suzuki like this before. Yo, that one's cool. There's a lot of like little mini vehicles here in the city, and you'll notice a lot of people use umbrellas here. Like there's another one on that corner. I'm pretty sure we've come across so many people using umbrellas, but yeah, a lot of people use umbrellas here to protect themselves from the sun. Oh, this is the pedestrian street that is closed. Look, it is closed completely. So this is the street that they close on the weekends for pedestrians. And look, you got this guy making TikTok videos of his workout routine. That's cool. Yo, this is the pedestrian street that is closed here in Ginza on the weekends. How awesome is this? Oh man. All right, so we're spending the rest of our time walking down this main street. Look, we got the news station out here making some sort of report. I would hate to be the guy with the microphone. That seems like a tough job, holding a microphone over people's heads all day long. But yeah, what a place. So this here is the street that you can walk around. I like this. I like it a lot. I knew the internet wasn't lying to me. Google has never lied to me. Maybe this is the problem. Maybe I just am always in the wrong spots whenever I think Google lied to me. UGG store over here. Now I was actually walking around here yesterday and I noticed that they had a massive Louis Vuitton, a massive Cartier store. maybe I'll be able to show you that here in this video. I hope it's on this street. But nonetheless, this is an awesome experience. Let me know if you guys are still here at, what is this, the 30-minute mark. Let me know if you guys are still here and if you're finding this video entertaining. I mean, sometimes I stress out a little bit too much, and I'm like, especially in like these places like Japan or Hong Kong, where, you know, it's super hard to get like interactions with people, especially because most people stick to themselves. And you know, Japan as a whole is a very quiet place. Like, people tend to walk the streets even in large groups and not really say a word to each other. Same at the restaurants. However, I know a lot of you guys very much just appreciate these walk and talk videos, because obviously this is completely different than what we're used to. Like, you got a Ralph Lauren store, again, a coffee shop on the bottom. Now, there's probably so many other stores that I haven't mentioned in this video that I'm just walking by that are like huge designer name stores, but I only know of a few select names. What is this? Meal Meal. Meal Meal. Sounds like a cat noise. But yeah, you can tell that locals love coming out here as well. Or maybe all these people are tourists. I'm not sure. I mean, seems like a very touristic thing to do, you know? Walk Ginza Street on the weekends. I like it though. I could get down with this. I can see myself coming here on the weekends if I lived in Tokyo, and, you know, just walking this long ass street as a workout. It's nice. Now, my favorite city in the world, I talk about it all the time, is Bangkok. However, one downside to Bangkok is the climate, guys. It's so brutal, so hot, it's humid, literally all year round, even during the rainy season. And here in Tokyo, it's just so fresh. It's the complete opposite. It's so much more enjoyable walking around. However, oh man, I love me some Thailand. But yeah, it's very, very, very fresh here. Look, you got a Bulgari store, same thing, the entire building. You got a Louis Vuitton store, same thing, the entire building. You got a Chanel store over in this direction, same thing, the entire building. And then here, the Cartier store, the same thing. Absolutely massive. I mean, how do they even have that much shit to sell that they fill up all the floors? It's quite cool. All right, well, you know what, guys, actually, let's walk up to the Louis Vuitton displays. I want to show you guys this, the displays on the windows, because I thought they were pretty cool. And then we'll bring this little video to an end. However, I hope you guys enjoyed it, because it was definitely fun, and I thought it was a great area to show you guys. Like, they got a big snake wrapping around. This suit, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I don't understand designer stuff. I mean, it's cool because it's a Louis Vuitton suit, but like, it looks like somebody just splashed some shit onto the shirt. And I'm sure that cost probably $5,000. Now the jacket's hard. Yeah, that jacket is sick. And I also like the shoes as well. But that suit, come on now, you can't tell me that's not ugly. Now, this Louis Vuitton print, I actually read about this yesterday. This print is actually one that's strictly made for Japan. Or no, my bad. This print was actually made and inspired by a Japanese artist, so it's part of the Japan collection. And there are a few items here inside of the store. This is actually why you can see the dots absolutely everywhere. There are a few items inside of the store that can only be found here in Japan. However, this collection is found around the world as well, so it's super cool. But yeah, inspired by a Japanese artist. I mean, but I just don't see it, guys. You know what I mean? Like, it looks like they took some boots with Louis Vuitton prints and then had a kid just put dots all over them. Yeah, I don't know. I hope to get there one day. Come up with a little brand, a clothing brand that just everybody buys for absolutely no reason and just keeps buying it. You know what I mean? I mean, look at this. They're just like splashes of paint all over the shirts. And that's exactly what it looks like. It looks like somebody just went around and put dots on it by hand. But I'm not knocking it at all. Props to them. They found the key. And it's quite interesting that they can just keep selling these items for these crazy ridiculous prices. But yeah, look, here is another display of the polka dot collection. If you guys know the artist's name that collection was inspired by, let me know down in the comment section, because I'm sure a lot of us are interested to know who she is. But yeah, guys, this here is Ginza, the most luxurious shopping district in all of Tokyo, and a great place to walk around, enjoy the nice fresh air, and just you know, enjoy something that's completely different. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys again soon for another random adventure from here in Tokyo. For now, I'm gonna go find Gladys. We're gonna head over to a completely different area. I gotta do some shopping. I gotta go buy some Pandora charms at the Pandora store, because my mom and grandma got their Pandora bracelets, and they love it when I bring them charms from around the world. And yeah, who knows, maybe I'll do a little bit of shopping for myself. I'm actually in the need of some t-shirts and a couple pair of shorts for my Thailand trip. However, I also really love the malls in Thailand, and they make for great places to hide out from the heat. But yeah, guys, Ginza, I hope you enjoyed it. Later, guys.
You were always smarter.